Welcome to Talking Crue, an unofficial Motley Crue podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Humphrey, where I talk all things in the world of Motley Crue. This is episode 70 this week, Methods of Mayhem live in Detroit, Michigan, 2000 review. But first, this weekend Motley news. John 5 posted on social media of him playing a gifted guitar. He was playing the song Zoinks, which comes off one of his solo albums. John Corabi and the Dead Daisies were asking to put together a playlist. What would we add of rock anthems? So I responded, Rock and Roll All Night, the live version by Kiss, Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi, Here I Go Again by Whitesnake, Walk This Way by Aerosmith, Girls, 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 and Smoking in the Boys' Room by Motley Crue, of course. I got to put some Motley in there. Come On, Feel the Noise, and Mental Health by Quiet Riot. Rock You Like a Hurricane by the Scorpions. And this is another one of those songs you have to put in here. Nothing But a Good Time by Poison. If you can think of anything, write me a comment down below. They like my tweet, and I can't wait to see what this playlist looks like, because I'm sure they'll pick out some good ones themselves. And today is Motley Crue's birthday, 44 years old and still going strong. Happy birthday to my all-time favorite band, Motley Crue. 44 years and still going strong. And that's it in Motley news this week. This is episode 70, Methods of Mayhem live in Detroit, Michigan, 2000 review. On this week's episode, I'm just going to continue on what I'm calling the Tommy Lee series. I started it last week on episode 69, the Methods of Mayhem album review. And that leads us to this week's episode. Now, as I mentioned towards the end of last week's episode, I kind of came across this by accident. I knew Methods of Mayhem did a tour because I ordered back in the day the 2000 Ozfest because Tommy Lee was on it. Plus, I kind of wanted to see how these songs sounded live. Plus, there was Godsmack was there, Disturbed. Kitty, Pantera, who would known that was the last time the original four members of Pantera would be on stage, and of course Ozzy Osbourne. So I knew they were on tour, so I kind of started Googling around, looking on YouTube for any full show of the Methods of Mayhem tour, and I found it live in Detroit. So let's go timeline. When the album came out, Methods of Mayhem went on tour in the year 2000. They started off as headliners, playing in theaters, bars, and ballrooms, and even a festival in the United States. And then they went to Europe, where they played festivals as the undercard, meaning they came on way before the headliner. Then they hooked up with Ozfest in 2000. Like I said, with bands Disturbed, Godsmack, Pantera, and Ozzy in the United States. So let's go info and facts about this particular show. This show took place on April the 6th, 2000 in Detroit, Michigan at the St. Andrews Hall with the opening act Crazy Town. I remember Crazy Town. The show is over 37 minutes long, so it's not a big long hour show. I'll get to that, why I think that here in a little bit. Now, the band members was Tommy Lee, of course. He did lead vocals, guitars, and he plays drums. Stephen Perkins on drums, Tilo on vocals, Kia, that's Kai Marcus on lead guitar, Marty O'Brien on bass, DJ Arrow on turntables. Now I'm going to talk about the stage. They're in a club, basically, so there's not a whole lot to talk about, but there's great lighting rig, 2 drum kits, and 3 mic stands. Now let's talk about the show. I'll post this show in the comments section down below, and on the Talking Crue Facebook page in case you've never seen this before. Song number 1, they come out with the song Spun. Just kicks right in, great lighting with Tommy and Steven both playing on dual drums. So there's the main drum kit, and then off kind of towards the side is Tommy Lee's little drum kit. Song number 2 is Hypocritical. Tommy says, "We're here." Then they go right into this song. T-Lo and Tommy sharing vocals, plus Tommy is on guitar at this point. Great band and crowd energy on this song. Song number 3 is Who the Hell Cares. Tommy says, "I missed you guys." And they go straight into this one. T-Lo does a rap with Tommy doing some chorus parts. This song sounds better to me live. Great crowd reaction. Song number 4 is Metamorphosis. Tommy welcomes the crowd. Then they go right into the song. Great song live. I've liked this song since day one. Sounds incredible. Song number 5 is Get Naked. They go right into this one. They're actually joined on stage by some females doing exactly what the song says. Great energy from the band and from the crowd's response. In fact, there's the part when you're watching this show and the girls are doing what the song suggests, you can tell the crowd is kind of speechless. They don't know really what's going on. But as the song really progresses, the crowd really gets into it. Song number 6 is Neurotic. They go right into this one. Tommy and Steven on dual drums together. Great lighting effects. Good crowd response. Song number 7 is New Skin. Tommy says, "Request this song." So this is the new single at the time on the radio. And then they go straight into the song. This song, again, is really great live. Crowd singing along. It's absolutely fantastic. Song number 8 is Anger Management. Tommy asks the crowd who's pissed off. They go right into this one. Fantastic band energy. Great crowd reaction. Great live version. Then they leave the stage. So here's the encore. Song number 9 is Crash. They go straight into this one. Love the live version of this one as well. Great lighting on this one. Tommy says at the end, "Thank you, Deuce." And then they leave the stage. Now, that was the show. It's absolutely great for a club show. This is why I think that the show is not super long. It's 37 minutes, like I said, a little bit over. Because a lot of the stuff that's on the Methods of Mayhem album, they really can't play live. I mean, Snoop Dogg ain't going to be there, and Lil' Kim and Fred Durst and all the special guests. So they had to do what, do what they could with the 5 members of the band. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but that's the first thing I thought. So homework this week. Was you there in Detroit? Did you see this show? Or did you see Methods of Mayhem in 2000 on any of these shows? Ozfest, did you see them? Write me a comment down below. Love to know. And that's it for this week's episode. Next week, I'm going to continue on with the Tommy Lee series with episode 71. I'm going to talk about his real official solo album, Tommy Lee Never a Dull Moment album review. I can't wait to talk about that album. I love this album. I'm getting over a flu, so excuse my voice. It's kind of going in and out. And that's it for this week. If you know anybody that's a Motley Crue fan, likes to talk about Motley Crue, hear about Motley Crue, send them this way. Hit that share button, copy the link, and send it to them. Tell them go on Google, Firefox, YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, and type in Talking Crue. All the episodes will pop up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button yourself. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That helps out the podcast a whole lot. I want to thank all my new subscribers, either on YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify. Welcome aboard. I'm just getting going. And that everybody who gave me thumbs ups and people who do the homework. I really appreciate that as well. I love it. And that's it. Hopefully next week my voice will be back. And you just took a ride on the wild side.